chosen one. They still think about you every single day. The ones who left, the ones who betrayed you, the ones who dismissed you, the ones who underestimated you. They can't stop. They can't forget. They can't move on. And you know why? Because you did something they never saw coming, something they can't undo, something that changed the game completely. You delivered a checkmate, not with revenge, not with words, not with drama, with your silence, with your growth, with your elevation, with your complete transformation. And that checkmate still haunts their souls. Let me show you what really happened. What they expected from you. When they hurt you, they expected you to break, to beg, to chase them, to fall apart publicly, to prove they were right about you, that you weren't strong enough, that you couldn't make it without them, that you needed them. When they left, they expected you to come back, to apologize for things you didn't do, to accept less than you deserved, to settle for their terms. When they betrayed you, they expected silence, that you'd stay quiet, take the blame, protect their reputation, carry the weight of what they did. When they underestimated you, they expected you to prove them right, to stay small, to stay stuck, to remain exactly where they left you, struggling, barely surviving, forever marked by what they did. That's what they expected. That's what they planned for. That's what they were sure would happen. But you did something they never anticipated. What you actually did. You disappeared. Not out of fear, out of wisdom. You went completely silent. No explanations, no defenses, no posts about them, no mutual friends used as messengers. Nothing. Complete radio silence. And that silence was louder than any words could have been. You worked on yourself, in private, away from their eyes, away from their opinions, away from their energy. You healed, you grew, you transformed. You became someone they no longer recognized. You elevated to levels they said you'd never reach. You walked into rooms they said you didn't belong in. You connected with people they said you couldn't access. You built things they said were impossible for you. And you did it all without their help, without their approval, without their presence, proving you never needed them in the first place. You thrived, not just survived, thrived. Your life got better. Your peace got deeper. Your joy got fuller. Your purpose got clearer. Everything they said would destroy you actually freed you. And that was the checkmate. Why it haunts them? Because they lost something irreplaceable. You. They didn't know your value when you had them. They took you for granted. They thought you'd always be there. They thought you could treat you any way and you'd stay. But you left, or they pushed you away. And now they see what they lost. They see who you've become. They see what you're doing. And they realize they had something rare, something real, something powerful. And they destroyed it. That realization haunts them. Because you proved them wrong. Everything they said about you, every limitation they placed on you, every doubt they planted, every insult they threw, you proved it all wrong, not with words, with results, with your life, with your success, with your peace, with your glow. They said you'd fail without them. You flourished. They said you'd never move on. You moved up. They said no one else would want you. Better people found you. Every lie they told, your life disproved. And they have to live with that. Because they see you winning. And it's undeniable. They can't make excuses. They can't rationalize it away. They can't pretend you're struggling, because you're not. You're winning, visibly, publicly, undeniably. And every win you have reminds them of what they lost. Every level you reach shows them what they could have been part of. Every time they see you, they're forced to confront their mistake. That's the checkmate. They can't escape it. Because you're at peace. This might be the most haunting part. You're not bitter. You're not angry. You're not obsessed with them. You're just at peace, happy, whole, thriving, without them. And that peace tells them everything. That you're over it, that you've moved on, that they no longer have power over you, and that your happiness doesn't depend on them anymore. And that realization destroys their ego, because they wanted to matter, even in your pain, but you gave them something worse than hate. You gave them indifference and moved on completely. And you can't undo it. They can't go back. They can't take back what they did. They can't have another chance. The door is closed permanently, and they know it. Some have tried to come back with apologies, with explanations, with promises, but you didn't engage. You didn't even respond, because you know what's done is done. Who they showed you they were, you believed, and there's no going back from that. That finality haunts them most. What God said about it: game over for them. Not in a vindicative way, in a factual way. The game they were playing is over. The manipulation they were using doesn't work anymore. The control they had is gone. The access they had to you is revoked. The chance they had is expired. God closed that chapter permanently, not because he's mean, because he's protective. He saw what they did to you. He saw how they treated you. He saw the pain they caused, and he said, enough. That's finished. Game over. And when God says game over, it's over. No amount of apologies, no amount of promises, no amount of trying to come back can reopen what God closed. They're locked out permanently, and they feel it. That divine separation, that spiritual distance, that door that won't open no matter what they do. That's the checkmate delivered by God himself. What you need to do now: don't look back. Don't check on them. Don't wonder how they're doing. Don't ask mutual friends. Don't social media stalk. Keep your eyes forward on where you're going, not where you've been. Don't let them back in. If they try to return, and some will, stand firm. Remember what they did. Remember who they showed you they were. Believe that. The door is closed. Keep it closed. Don't gloat. Your success is not about them. Your peace is not to spite them. Your elevation is not revenge. It's your life. Living well, that's enough. You don't need to rub it in. Your life speaks for itself. Keep building. What you're building now is bigger than them, more important than them, more lasting than them. Stay focused on that, not on how they're haunted, on what you're creating. Forgive them internally, not for their benefit, for yours. Forgiveness doesn't mean letting them back in. It means releasing the weight of what they did, so you can fly higher. What comes next for you? Greater connections. The space they left is being filled with better people, with aligned souls, with genuine connections. People who see your value, who honor your presence, who celebrate your growth. Unprecedented favor. Doors opening, opportunities appearing, resources flowing. Not because you're lucky, because you're positioned. And God is rewarding your faithfulness,
through the pain. Lasting peace. The chaos they created is gone. The drama they brought is over. Your life is calm, stable, peaceful. Finally. Purpose activation. What you went through with them was preparation for what you're stepping into now. The pain taught you. The betrayal strengthened you. The loss positioned you for this. Complete freedom from their opinion, from their judgment, from their energy, from their memory. You're free, fully, finally, completely. Final word. They can never forget you. That checkmate still haunts their souls. Not because you tried to haunt them, because you moved on so completely that it